Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is gzduel, playing some Six Samurais today because I didn't have any suggestions from you guys. One of you suggested Inzectors, but I kind of did that, and I didn't think that it changed too much for the rest of this format, so I wasn't going to revisit that. So I'm playing Samurais because it's one of my favorite decks, and I have nothing else to do. This is basically a video kind of talking about like the 5-card start, and also asking you guys for what I should do next, what deck or archetype you want to see next. So I'm going to talk about the 5-card start in the specific context of the Six Samurais. So that's really bad because Six Samurais begin first, and they try to get the most advantage in the first turn. But the first turn, you're going to work with less resources. You're going to work with 5. So what does that mean? That means A, you're either going to get like a less consistent draw, which allows you not a lesser chance to go into Six Samurai Shien, or even if you happen to go into the Six Samurai Shien, you will have less protection for the Shien in terms of back row, in terms of maybe Kizan or something that you can summon out alongside it, so that when it gets destroyed, you can choose the other Six Samurai monster to get destroyed. But you know, the 5-card star still, I think, is a slight nerf to the Six Samurai deck. I think it's a slight nerf to most first turn Six Samurai first turn decks, but in another context, it makes me more comfortable with Six Samurais. So the Six Samurai's biggest weakness is actually going second, but in a format where everyone hates to go first because you're working with less resources, there's just too little advantage to be gained in going first. Most people, even when they win like the rock, paper, scissors, they will make you go first. And that's totally cool because I thrive on that, right? Even though I'm working with less resources, I'll eventually find those resources back through my Shien's negation. That's one thing. Another thing is, I might net advantages with my Spirit of the Six Samurai when I attack and destroy my opponent's monsters by battle. So, overall, it's totally worth it to go first for a Six Samurai deck. So you have to really pick your battles. In this format where you only have 5 cards to start with, if you think that going first is more important than that 1-card advantage, it's actually very worth it to go first, especially in the context of Six Samurais, because you'll have more regularity. You'll kind of be ensured 90% of the time that you'll get to go first. And as long as you build your deck and gear it towards that, you might be able to figure out the formula to get more consistent draws, to get more advantage in the first turn. So, it's totally cool. So I'm focusing mostly on like draw power. So that's why you saw Upstart Goblin. Second of all, I'm also focusing on lockdown. So, I prioritize spell and traps like Vanity's Emptiness. So even if I went first and my opponent has like a brilliant counterplay, next turn during a standby phase, I flip up Vanity's Emptiness. Even though I'm a card down, he can't play most of his cards. So that to me is a victory. And that's why even though this format starts off with 5 cards, I would still like to play Samurais and other decks like this. Tell me guys what you think. Tell me guys what you think about the 5-card start, as well if you want to see any new decks or new archetypes, suggest it in the comment section down below, and I'll take a look at that as well. So this is gzduel signing out.